Presenting match number 2 of the Sharks Rotation Showdown between Levan Corteza and Jeffrey Ignacio. And back with us here in our continuing coverage of the Sharks Rotation Showdown, Noel Zarate alongside AJ Ong. And it appears that Levan Corteza has won the lag in our second matchup, and the winner will go on to face Anton Raga, who was able to defeat Django Bustamante in our earlier match. So we have the Slayer from Davao City.
The Slayer and the Cobra.
And the Slayer has lost the cue ball on his break.
First time ni Jeffrey Ignacio dito sa Sharks. So debut niya to, no?
Yeah, 28 years old. He's known as the Cobra. Let's see if he can sting the Slayer immediately coming off the break. 2-ball respotted. Once again, this is the rotation showdown. So it is a race to 61 points. And our referee architect, Eric Salud, probably the best mathematician that we have here. And also kept coming prepared with a piece of string just to see if the head string is being followed. So the first point of this match now goes to the Cobra, Jeffrey Ignacio, hailing from the same province as the great Dennis Orcullo, Surigao province in the Philippines, not too far away from Davao City, where Levan Corteza is from, both in the southern part of the Philippines.
Welcome to Sharks, Vijay Puran.
And Jeffrey Ignacio off to a good start. So what I know about Jeffrey Ignacio is that he's an excellent potter, but his preparation here for the 3-ball leaves a lot to be desired. He's now hooked behind the 4. He's going to have to kick at this. So opening jitters here. He's going to use 3 rails. Makes good contact. Does he hide successfully? No, he does not. Or does he? Looks like Levan Corteza can see the 3 ball.
Yeah, I can see the 3.
So Levan Corteza, like many of the veterans, started out as a rotation player, especially those coming from the province.
And of course, Levan Corteza would like to give a shout out to Divney Hughes.
Yes, of course. Did not get the 3-ball there. 2 players that had limited practice time, but for Levan Corteza, he's played at this table so many times already in the past. He did have that showdown against Carlo Biado twice already. Was part of the Origin Cup as well. And for Jeffrey Ignacio, it's his first time at this table. Really not much to study here at this table. Just, of course, the speed. And you can see scouting report is accurate that he's one of the best potters among the younger up-and-coming players in the Philippines.
That's right. And he is known for his fast shooting.
Yeah. Well, this
Jeffrey
time,
Ignacio.
yeah, he just has to land perfectly off 2 rails to get to this 5-ball. Nips the 13 and sees the 5 clearly.
And speaking of fast shooters, we have Rapido
right here. Yeah, he's right behind us. We got a bunch of Sharks
Ryan
down
Bocobo.
there. Yeah, Arnold Uy is also in the building as well. Some of our Sharks have made their way here already, trying to catch the action. That's one of the benefits, of course, of being part of the Sharks community, is that you get to actually witness when the pros come in.
That's right. It's like a free pass.
Yeah, they're right here. They're right down there where they can see the table there at the first floor. And we also have a bunch of guys here at the balcony. You did mention Ryan Bocobo, Larry Lim also up here. 21 now for the Cobra. Now getting to the 8 will be a bit of a challenge, but let's see if he plays it as a combination shot to the 9 ball. Up to 28 now. As much as possible, you don't really want to play combination shots. But where the 8 ball was situated, the Cobra left himself with no choice. Oh, the 8 clears the 9. Okay.
Lusot pala.
Yeah, the angle was really not to our favor then. 36 now for Jeffrey Ignacio. Down to his last 3 balls. He's going to have to play a draw shot now. He is straight enough to try and play that draw shot to the 10. And did want it to be that close to the 13, though. Looks like he's still okay. Up to 45. 2 balls away from striking first. It's so mechanical for Jeffrey Ignacio, the Cobra.
A very fast shooter.
Yeah.
So that's it.
So 1-0 here in the opening rack of our second match for today in our Sharks Rotation Showdown. I'm sure all of our Sharks fans are having a blast with what they're watching.
Right. Yep. Dwight Flores Zabala. Yun, excited siya na makita si Jeffrey Ignacio in action dito sa Sharks. And also Lucas Werner.
Good evening or good afternoon from the Philippines to everybody watching from around the world. We have thousands of fans watching some of the best pros in the country, at least the pros who are here, because some of our other pros have gone on abroad to continue with their craft. We know that Jeff De Luna, Dodong Diamond's also abroad with Dennis Orculio. It looks like Eric Salud wants to clean all the balls.
Yes. Very meticulous. Well, while he's cleaning, we would like to thank our sponsors. Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslab, Cebu, Aquavi, Mudcakes by V, V-Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, Kikarex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, De Adista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layer Tips, Billiard Planet, Hard Times, and Ropa Commercial.
And we'd also like to give a shout out to Puyat Sports for their continued support of all of our Sharks events, led of course by Mr. Esteo Poch Puyat.
That's right. And shout out kay Paul Santo Domingo from Las Vegas, rooting for Jeff Ignacio.
Jeffrey Ignacio now to break here, leading 1-0. Here's rack number 2.
The Cobra.
The Cobra is in pink today.
Yeah.
And this looks like it's going to be a dry break.
A dry break and an open rack for the Slayer.
An open shot on the 1 at the very least to begin for Levan Corteza. And I made a deal with Levan Corteza. If he loses this match, he's got to join us in commentary.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
But of course, we would like to say good luck to them both.
Yeah, yeah. And if he wins, he's got to treat us to Lugaw.
Viluga,
Yeah.
that's right.
So finally gets on the board. He was actually whitewashed in the first rack.
So sa mga hindi alam ang lugaw, 'di ba? Ano yan? Porridge, no?
That is porridge, yeah. Porridge with all sorts of stuff that really tickles the taste buds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got through. Looks like the 6 is it became a problem ball. I'm not quite sure if it clears the 13. And even this 3 ball might actually be somewhat. Looks like it clears though.
I think he's hooked by this. This is the
12
14.
ball. I think that's a 12 ball.
The 12.
Yeah, he can bank this though. And if he does, and makes it, he has good position for the 4. But it looks like he's taken straight into the side.
Okay.
Yeah, so far so good now for Levan Corteza, getting the first 6 points in rack number 2. He's studying the 6 ball right now because of the contact that was made with it earlier. Might not be available in the side pocket. And the 5, 7 are lined up as well. So still a lot of challenges in this rack.
And shout out to Carl Salivio and Rod Salivio watching from San Luis, Batangas.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us here. Of course, for those of you who are so used, oh, here comes the Panday himself. He's also in pink today.
Ano ba? Maraming nakapink ngayon, ha?
He's not looking at you very nicely, though. Oh, Levan Corteza collides with the 7 and surrenders the table now.
And this looks like a 5-10.
Yeah, to Jeff Ignacio. So Levan Corteza leaves the table after getting 10. Of course, our next match after this is what everybody's anticipating. Efren the Magician Reyes taking on Jericho the Panday Banyares. And the Panday is already here, right behind us.
That's right.
The Panday, maybe we can ask him to shout out to his fans. 5-10 is good. The 5 ball is right there. So now the question is, does the 6 pass the 13?
Iyan ang tanong dito, no? Hindi masyadong makita.
Gonna play it rail first. Looks like this is gonna be a safety shot. He comes up way short.
Oh, very short.
This is Jeffrey Ignacio. He's tied the count now, or he's actually ahead now.
Yeah. He wanted the 6 on the side. But now he has this carom, I guess. Carom on the 12.
Interesting. Well, puts the 6 in the position where it's covered going to the corner pocket, but makeable in the side now. I'm not quite sure if the 13 blocks everything. Levan Corteza studying this, 40-year-old.
Wow,
Goes for the
nicely
side.
done.
As we said, it was available on the side. And the 13 does not threaten the 15 anymore. So this could be a layout that he can actually put together. 8 ball, may pass the 9. And the way he prepped for it, it does. He's probably going to shoot the 8-9 in the same pocket as well. Unless he just rolls this and gets the 9 in the other pocket. Another corner pocket. He rolls it, and there it is. Levan Corteza now up to 31. Three balls away. Up to 40 now. 11 ball is the next object ball. This will put him at 51. Needing only one more to tie things up. Runs into the 12, almost makes the 12. Looks like he may see enough of the 12 to finish things off here in rack number 2, and he does. That's going to tie the score now. We are tied at 1 rack apiece.
So it's 1 rack all. And here's Jericho Banyares, the Panday.
Yeah.
Binabati ko yung mga nanonood dyan. Manood lang kayo, ha? Basta pag nakashoot ako, palakpa kayo, ha?
Yeah, translate.
He has to learn a new speech though. He says it when he makes a pot, everybody has to clap,
Yun.
as if he's gonna see that. Of course, that is the Panday. He'll be
Panday,
taking on the
syempre.
goat though.
Good luck kay Panday and kay Efren Bata later after this.
Yep, that is the next matchup here. So we are tied at 1 rack apiece in this race to 5. And Architect Eric Salud getting busy once again, cleaning them balls and also racking them up. Cass just passed by here at the back, so everything stops when she passes by. So once again, good afternoon from wherever you're watching us here around the world. Noel Zarate with AJ Ong. There's been no safe to say sightings yet in this present matchup that we have between the Cobra Jeffrey Ignacio
Nasubukan na kasi.
and Levan Corteza.
Baka
He tried it earlier.
kuyugin ako sa labas.
Who'd you hit? Anton Raga and Django Bustamante. So
Pero
at least
nanalo
it's
naman.
even. Yeah.
Nanalo naman.
So Levan Corteza now. Again, it's a winner's break. Race to 5 here in our rotation showdown.
Eto, shoutout kay Vic Halina. Yun. Salamat daw sa live stream.
Yeah.
At masaya silang nanonood dito sa San Joaquin in Pasig
Oh,
City.
yeah. That's the border of Pasig already to Taguig. Or Pateros, rather. Pasig to Pateros. So here you go. Rack number 3. Levan Corteza breaking. The break has not been kind so far to these gentlemen here in this matchup. 1 ball drops. But he has no shot at the 2. And he may ask for a spot here.
Yeah, re-spot for the 2.
So 1 point now for Levan Corteza. Studying is it beneficial for him to respot the 2. Oh, he's actually respotting the 1. Oh, no, that's just for measurement. That's just for measurement. This is legal, actually. For you to make a decision, you can ask for one of the balls that's been potted to be placed on the spot just to see if it is beneficial.
And of course, we have Sir Rommel Surebreed
Yeah.
watching from Lipa City.
You're supposed to be here, Mr. Surebreed. You're supposed to be at
At
hard
Hard
times.
Times.
It's open right now.
That's right.
I'm not quite sure how many sharks we have over there because it looks like they're all here. So Levan Corteza opts to just kick at this rather than put it on the spot, and will get a good result.
That's right. He is
Although,
safe.
yeah, there might be a rail first here though for the Cobra, Jeffrey Ignacio. And even if he does go rail first, he might just collide with the 13.
Yeah, the rail first, it's not going to happen for this.
Look at how many rails he's going to pass to get to this one.
Wow.
1, 2,
what
3,
a
4
shot.
rails.
Look at that.
And he just gets a legal
Wow.
shot. Amazing. Amazing mathematics. And also the ball speed.
That's right. Nicely
And
done.
That got a smile out of Levan Corteza right there, who played a really good safety shot. That's amazing speed control. Well, this is going to be an easy reply now for Levan Corteza. Now it looks like he has a 2-rail shot instead of 4. Might even be 3 rails. Let's see. 1, 2. Here it comes. 3, but won't make contact with the 2. So that's going to be respotted now.
So, ang tanong kung lusot ba itong dos? Parang hindi din, no?
I think that's also one of the reasons why Levan Corteza opted not to play the respot, because the 2 may pass here at the other corner pocket. So I chose to kick it coming off the break.
Lusot din pala dito.
Looks like it passes on both corners.
And you are very welcome, Sir Rudy Yee. Yan, watching
Ooh.
from where? Pero birthday niya ngayon.
Hey, happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday, Rudy Yee.
Yeah, well, Levan Corteza just potted the 2-ball, but also potted the cue ball. And Eric Salud offered the cue ball with a towel. Very meticulous refereeing as well. So it's probably going to be the same shot from the same spot, except that you probably have to control the cue ball better, because Levan Corteza just played that with a natural angle.
Ito sabi ni Reginald Cabato, iba talaga kapag professionals ang naglalaro,
Yeah.
nakakamangha. Tama, no?
Yeah, that fantastic 4-rail kick by Jeffrey
Yun lang
Ignacio was
nga,
out of this
diba?
world.
A breath of fresh air.
Yeah, that was out of this world, really. Jeff's going to play a soft shot here and get position on the 2.
Perfect. Perfect dito sa 3.
Yeah, but the 5 became a problem now. Yeah, you see the 5 ball is being blocked now by the 8. 3 and 4 doesn't look to be an issue because they're right next to each other. They're going to be taking opposite corner pockets. It's just really the 5.
Yon, si Sir Rudy Yee watching from California.
Hey.
And once again, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, sir. It is like midnight where you are, a little past midnight. Good shot on the 3. Prepping for the 4. Here's the key shot here, getting to the 5.
And we have the bad koi here with us, Johan Chua.
Oh, there you go.
Si Bubuit. Ayan.
Good, sir.
Good luck kay Jeff Ignacio and kay Vann at sa lahat daw, syempre.
And look at this behind the back shot. Oh,
Wow,
almost
nicely
stayed up.
done.
So this is contrary to what we expected this to be a shootout between these two gentlemen. It's been a very tactical battle so far. And Jeffrey Ignacio,
Mhm.
well, there's part of the 5 that
Yeah.
that Levan Corteza can see.
And we have Bayao here with us.
Rafael. It's in the building. So I'm telling you, these Sharks probably saying, hey, let's just check out the action where we are before going to hard times, right?
Yeah, of course.
Counter? Not quite. But a difficult bridge coming up now for Jeffrey Ignacio. Interesting that this has become a tactical battle between two guys who are really known to be gunslingers. That's not going to make it, though.
No rail.
Yeah, that's not going to make it. So the 5 ball will be respotted. It looks like Jeffrey Ignacio showed Levan Corteza exactly what to do in this layout from the spot.
Hello, Rap Kabuang from Antipolo.
Good afternoon. Soft roll going over to the 6, which is so available there into that side pocket. And probably play a draw shot to get to the 7. Yeah, we haven't seen combination shots here so far.
Yeah.
They haven't needed it.
But at this point, mukhang wala naman problema na dito para kay Levan Corteza.
So are you declaring this?
Well, akit siya mamaya. Baka mabatukan ako.
Remember, you owe Jericho Banyares a championship. He's right here behind us.
Patay. So ito, 7 to the 8 ang iniisip dito ni Levan Corteza.
Yeah. So far, he's at 12 points. We can call this a low-scoring affair because it has been tactical, really, between these two. But the table is slowly opening up now for Levan Corteza.
And ito, hello kay Rudy Mar Mojica. Kasama
Yes,
niya
sir.
yung pamilya niya watching
Wow.
from Makati City. And also to Austin Tuday Santos in Taguig.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. And 19 now for Levan Corteza. Trying to get to 27. Actually, if he gets this rack has opened up. Can he pass behind the 9? Or he'll just take the 9 at an angle. Up now to 27. Levan Corteza, of course, the reigning 9-ball champion in the Derby City Classic, which he won just over a year ago. Ooh, too thin.
Wala akong sinabi,
Yeah.
And from Frank Gabriel, nice to see rotation is back. It's actually entertaining and more engaging.
Yes, it is.
Watching.
Yeah. I don't ever remember covering rotation.
Really, this is the
Covering
first time.
this first time I'm probably broadcasting rotation
too.
since I started out broadcasting in 2004, billiards broadcasting at least in 2004. It's always been 9-ball, 10-ball,
8-ball.
yeah, 8-ball. Not
Dito rin sa Sharks ng first time.
yeah.
mag-8
Well,
ball.
there's Southeast Asian Games. I also did the 8-ball competition, but the bank shot. Well, that was my first time to do a bank shot tournament last time.
And the first step din
first
tong
time.
rotation.
I'm actually covering it. Usually play it, but not really cover it.
Okay, so ang tanong dito kung yung Jace may bulsa ba para kay Cobra?
Thinking he might go safe here. Behind the 12. Or the 14. Oh, is he going to do a combination shot here on the 14? Or is he going to bank this? So there's so many options
Yeah, that's right.
for this 10-ball. But he is trailing here in rack number 3. It's like he may... Oh, he has enough space.
Yun,
All
meron
right.
lusot pala ang
Didn't think
Jace.
that was available, but it was.
Look at this.
And he's taking the lead now.
Yeah, with this rack, now it's safe to say. Yeah, with the layout like this,
Okay.
it is safe to say.
Okay. Okay.
Because there's no problem.
There is no problem. The only problem is you said safe to say.
Well, not for the Cobra, of course. Ooh.
He's down to his last ball now. The last 2 balls, rather. Was that the game ball? Oh, it was the game ball.
See, no problem for
Okay.
the Cobra.
Okay.
So it's
So-
now 2-1.
Yeah.
2-1 in favor of Jeffrey Ignacio.
He just scored a come from behind victory there because it appeared that Levan Corteza had complete control of the table. But the miss on the 5 did him in. So Jeffrey Ignacio, the Cobra, now with a 2-1 lead in this race to 5 Sharks Rotation Showdown match number 2.
And of course, we would like to thank our sponsors, Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aquavie, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target On Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dehadista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layered Tips, Billiard Planet, Hard Times, and Ropa Commercial.
You can see now Jeffrey Ignacio trying to stay focused here. It all depends again on who controls the break. Neither gentleman has actually controlled the break, and we're looking at his resume here for the career highlights for Jeffrey Ignacio. Started out actually penetrating the scene in 2015. As a 23-year-old.
Munti ka na raw, mas safe to say, sabi ni Jeffrey Fabi.
Yeah, that's right. He actually did the safe to say. Let's see how this break works out. Brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar, which is now open. Now open, as in right now. Get there. 7 ball goes down.
Wow. Look
Shot at the
this.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Very promising rack for the Cobra.
yeah, I'm seeing no immediate problems except for the 5 that plays as a combination to the 8 ball.
Pwede pa atang lusot ito eh.
Could be. See, because of the angle that's being given to us. So just mapping it out, 1 to the 2. Just a bit of traffic to overcome, but should be no problem.
May katanungan si Princesa Lucena kung sinong nanalo kanina, no?
Anton Raga,
Anton Raga won against Django Bustamante.
5 to 3.
That's right.
You notice, that, he's going to come off short though.
Yep. Either short or sumobra kung gusto niya doon sa corner. Sana kunin tong
Yeah,
tres.
looks like he was trying to play a 4-13 combination. Yeah, he wanted to play the 4-13 combination because that's completely on. Now he's going to have to ad-lib with this 3 ball.
So sa larong to, hindi lang math yung mahahasa sa'yo,
Mhm.
kundi yung kombinasyon mo,
Yeah.
pati yung pocketing mo.
And speaking of pocketing, he left the 3.
Yun lang.
It's so hard to be out of position. So Levan Corteza now
Ayan.
might avoid that 4-13 combination altogether.
Reginald Cabato sinabi, Cobra Ball Rack. Pero yung tuloy, yung tres.
We're not going in
hindi
that
pumasok.
direction right now. I mean, it has been tactical, which is quite surprising. We expected a fast matchup between these two gentlemen. And it stays within range for Levan Corteza. He's gonna have to go around at least 3 rails to get to the 5 ball, and he knows that. But again, you're shooting into the side pocket as well.
Ayun na nga, malaking dispabor nga tong 4. Papuntang 5.
This is gonna be 3 rails, but you also have to hope that you don't run into any of the balls. Decides to just bank it.
Look at that. And is he rewarded with this shot?
Well, that's a 5-8 combination.
Yeah, it could be a 5-8, and the 5 could actually go past the 8.
He's still studying that second option, though. Because he shot something similar with a 5 ball in the last rack, or about 2 racks ago, and actually grazed the 7. Oh, he used the 8. And just like that, this rack has opened up now for the Slayer. There'll be a soft shot here to get from the 8 to the 9 into the opposite corner pocket.
Looks like we're going for a tie.
Up to 26. Are you declaring this, sir?
Well, I actually chatted.
Who's that?
Ako.
Oh wow, you're trying to defend yourself already, huh? People are starting to bash you, huh? So are you declaring this, AJ Ong?
I'm not sure. Si Ban yan, baka wala tayong logo mamaya.
This to get to 45.
So we have a comment from Alan Shaw.
Mhm.
Commentator is big on combos. And Tero Hilpippen says, in this game, combos are big.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about points, because you need to amass as many points as you can quickly. If you can't go the full route, and there are combinations available, that's what you need to be taking. Levan Corteza now shooting his last ball to tie things up at 2 racks apiece. You should have called this one, AJ. That was an infallible rack already for Levan Corteza, as we are tied at 2 racks apiece.
We are tied at 2 indeed.
In this race to 5. Remember, our second matchup for this afternoon will feature Efren Bata Reyes against Jericho Panday Banyares. That will be coming up. And of course, our final match for today will have Ronnie Alcano, the Volcano, taking on the Black Tiger, Carlo Biado. And of course, our ladies are also thrilled at the prospect of watching these two gentlemen in action.
That's right.
There's Levan Corteza right now. We are tied at 2 racks apiece. And again, I will reiterate that it's the pace of their match has been very, very surprising, considering that these are guys who are really like the shooters, really. Our referee is architect Eric Salud. An architect by profession, as I mentioned, also one of our players for the Sharks 9-ball showdown, which happens again tonight. So today is a very busy day for billiards, not only because of the Sharks rotation showdown, and later on tonight, the Sharks 9-ball showdown. We also have Hard Time Sports Bar just opening 5 Brunswick tables, brand new Brunswick tables, for everyone's use right here in Quezon City. That's along Timog Avenue near the Circle. You can see it. It's like a big
right
sign.
beside Music Bank.
Yeah. It's like a big sign that says Hard Times. Big blue sign. Some of our Sharks have gone there already, and some of our Sharks are also still in the building, taking in the action. You did see Rafael, Arnold Uy. I see Larry Lim also here. Chef Gary Arago. Romel Labrador. Ryan Bocobo. Of course, Eric Salud, who's already in uniform for tonight.
And of course, making sure that the rack is okay. At ito nga, okay na nga itong rack para kay Eric Salud.
This break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Rapa Commercial, and Hard Times Sports Bar. Nothing down on the break
Nothing
again.
down.
Yeah, this is one of the things that really has bothered these players, AJ, is that they just can't build any momentum because of the way the break is not going their way.
Yep. Kasi siguro dahil hindi sila ata sanay pa no na maglaro ng rotation.
With 15 balls to break, yeah, it's a
diba?
completely different
Kadalasan,
story.
ang money game natin is 10 balls, 9 balls.
Yeah.
Diba? So, bihira lang talaga.
There also is no push out, so Jeff tried to attack. He will pot the cue ball, and it will be respotted. The 1 ball will be respotted. Look at that towel. I mean, it's the first time I'm seeing a referee just leave the cue ball with a towel.
We've got a question from David Finch. Did
Yes.
it replace Rolling Stone Billiards?
Did it?
No, it's near
It's
Rolling
new.
Stone.
It's near Rolling Stone, yeah. From the spot, Levan Corteza gets the first point here in rack number 5. And not quite sure if the 2 passes 13. Of course, rotation billiards is different from straight pool. Straight pool, you just have to shoot 1 to 15. It's like a longer version
Yeah.
of 9-ball or 10-ball. Here in rotation, all of the balls have corresponding points. As you can see, Levan Corteza made the 1 and made the 2, so he's got 3 points already across his name here in rack number 5. Looking at the top view as we see it right now, the 6 is going to be an issue because it doesn't appear to pass the 7, but only appears to play as a safety shot unless that is addressed within the next 3 balls.
Pero parang lusot itong sa isa side.
Let's see if he can get there.
Yun lang, kailangan niyang puntahan to.
Levan Corteza comes up short on the 4, however. Yeah, he wanted to be at least 6 more inches up table. And 13's got most of this. Unless the top view didn't fool us that time. He tries to bank it, but leaves it.
Out the 4 instead.
So now Jeffrey Ignacio has to look at that 6 ball. That's what he's looking at right now. If it does pass into the side, and it appears that it may, the preparation from the 5 to the 6 is key. But it also begins from the preparation from the 4 to the 5. He's going to play a straight shot into the 5, in the corner pocket from the 5. And perhaps just roll it to where he is pointing at right now. Still get enough to see the 6 ball. That's it. Then now the 6 ball, he makes this and bounces up for the 7. This is a very, very manageable rack.
That's right. A Cobra-able rack.
Are you calling this, sir?
Well, is it safe to say? It is safe to say.
So AJ has just said that this rack is safe to say for Jeffrey Ignacio. I'll just put it on the record right now. It does seem that way. And Angel is smiling about it too.
And from Reginald Cabatu, I'm so thrilled by our top dogs playing the game. But why am I more thrilled every time I see the baby shark showing the scores?
Because if you're not thrilled whenever you see them, then you're probably not a human male.
You're not straight.
You're not a human male. I just put it out there. You're not a human male. He gets to 30 now.
So how many balls left for the Cobra?
Up to 39, and our alarm just went off downstairs. So he's got 3 balls remaining. Up to 49. This is going to put him at 60, just needing 1 more.
Ooh.
Almost left it.
So that's
it. That's it. Yeah,
that's
60.
it.
He gets there.
All right, so it's 3-2 in favor of Jeffrey Ignacio.
Yeah. It's like pretty much like snooker. Even if you don't get to 61, as long as what remains on the table can't account for the deficit, then you're going to be offered the win. And here are 2 lovely ladies. They seem to be having fun.
Yep, Cassie and Angel.
This is Angel, yeah. Well, she's the one who's having the most fun.
Of course.
Today.
Talagang smile yan eh.
Yeah.
Kahit hanggang gabi. Ngiti pa rin.
So 3-2 now in favor of Jeffrey Ignacio. Once again, the winner of this matchup will go up against Anton Raga tomorrow.
That's right.
In the semifinals. And up next after this match, it'll be a race to 5 quarterfinal between Jericho Banyares and Efren Reyes. And the final match will be Ronnie Alcano versus Carlo Biado.
Alan Shaw, we are located in Quezon City.
Okay, yes, we are.
Quezon City, Philippines.
Yeah, and if you're familiar, if you've been to the Philippines, Hard Times is along Timog Avenue near that circle, near the rotunda. You're going to see it's a big blue sign. Really, if you're coming from EDSA, just go straight through Timog Avenue, and you're going to see it's on the right side. It's a big blue sign that says Hard Times.
That's right.
I'm sure most of our pros, or most of our Shark players for tonight, are there, except the ones, of course, here who have a front row seat to these epic matchups that we have in our rotation showdown for today. Jeffrey Ignacio on your screens, 28 years old, from Surigao province. Same province that produced Dennis Orcullo, of course. Kind of hard to follow in the footsteps of one of the greatest players today. Jeffrey Ignacio slowly carving a niche for himself as well, with so many wins already on the international stage. He's not wearing his patented blonde hair, though, today.
Yeah.
Of course, Levan Corteza, the 40-year-old, has been around quite a long time as well. But rotation is the game here in the Philippines. This is where most players actually learn the sport. And I was telling you, I remember starting way back when I was around 9, 10 years old when I first started playing this game. And I was actually tall enough actually to start shooting over the table. There's some Filipinos who, despite being 8 or 10 years, 8, 9, 10 years old, can't even reach the table.
Yun na nga.
And this is another dry break. Yeah.
So hindi pa talaga nila ma-figure out ang pagbe-break dito, no?
Yeah.
Eh kung 10 balls nga, or 'di ba? 10
Yeah,
balls,
yeah.
nahirapan sila. Paano pa kaya yung 15?
Let's see if Dennis, make that Levan Corteza is going to ask this to be respotted. Because the 15 ball is in front of the spot area.
Hello sa mga tirador ng Belgium from JR rather, JR Alberio.
Good evening to everybody. So
Yeah.
Levan's just going to take this on. He can see it. He has an avenue to actually see the one ball. Just send it down
kita naman
table.
pala.
Does not sell it out. One is wedged against the 11 ball with so much traffic also going down table. So the question is, can Jeffrey Ignacio play a decent safety shot?
Oh, almost made the 4.
Yeah, almost made the 4. Would have seen the 1, but the 1 is a very complicated shot. Now it billiards into the 14. Let's see if Levan Corteza is going to take this on. Of course, he is trailing in this match, so if he's managing to get any big points from the big balls, that's going to help him. Played the billiard, but missed both shots.
But he's safe.
Yeah.
Safe behind the 8.
This is kickable, though.
And shout out
Yeah.
to Iam Gaasis from Vakaru, Maldives.
Oh, from the Maldives. All right, here's our first spot. So what happens here in this spot is that Jeffrey Ignacio gives up his turn, but puts the object ball back in the spot, and Levan Corteza now has ball in hand from anywhere behind the head string. This is one of the beautiful rules, actually, of rotation, is that you don't have ball in hand. You have to hit it from the spot, and this is going to test your range. But for those who've practiced this, that should
4
be
ball.
elementary. Yeah, that's 2 balls down and 1 shot. That's instantly 5 points now for Levan Corteza, and he can see the 2. However, he made a mess of that 9. You see that, AJ? The 9 does not pass the 11.
Yep.
And it doesn't play as a combination, and there is no way to snip the ball in between. So that has to be addressed. Later on, of course.
Well, if he can go behind the 3, he could go for a 3-ball combination.
That is true. But he's going to play the 3 in its own pocket right now.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the only issue remaining. You need to get an angle to address that later on, because that's going to, unless you can combine for the higher balls right now.
The next one, maybe he's going to use the 7.
He could, yeah.
Yeah.
And if he's ambitious, the 6-13 plays as a combination, although the 6 does pass into the side pocket, depending on how it comes out from the 5. I go 2 rails to get to the 5. No,
Oh,
chose
just
just 1.
one.
Yeah.
And eto na, matatamaan na yung 9 dito.
Yes.
Mapapasok na.
Finally found a way to address this. Might even make the 9. You're right.
Yun na nga yung tinitingnan dito, no? Pag after matamaan tong 9, pumasok, meron naman siyang 6 and
13.
13 combination.
Yeah. Things are looking up now for Levan Corteza, but again, he has to execute. He did leave a few balls in the pocket earlier, which led to, I believe, just 2 wins, or 2 of the 3 wins.
There
He
you
made
go.
both, so that is a total of 5 plus 9 on that shot. That's a 14-point shot. He's up to 24. Now he's got the 6-13, which is nicely aligned.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
And
It's up
that's
to
it.
37. Yeah.
That's it.
Can you declare this now? You say that's it, and you're not declaring it. I'm not quite sure you believe in what you're saying.
That's it. And it's safe to say.
There you go. All right. You got to commit to it.
Of course.
37 now, going on 43. Kill action for the 7.
Bit.
This is after
short.
you declare, safe to
That's
say.
why I don't want to say it.
But it's your catchphrase. It's what's making you famous
What?
in this industry.
What?
You know, for some broadcasters.
Something negative.
Yeah, well, no, at least you're safe to say. It's like everybody's like awake when you say it, because some broadcasters, it takes them years. You've been here like a few months and you already got your catchphrase down.
Still okay. Look at this.
On to 50 now. Last 2 balls. A little bit of a funny angle here on the 8, though.
So may katanungan tayo galing kay Reginald Cabatu. Sir, meron po bang golden break sa rotation?
No.
Yung tipong 61 points kaagad
Oh, my
ang
goodness.
pumasok
I've
on
never
the
seen
break.
something like that before.
Si Reginald Cabatu. Solid Sharkinetics.
And one more to secure the win for Levan Corteza and tie us up at 3 racks apiece. Yeah, the pros are AJ proof.
Ayun na nga.
Tied at 3.
We are tied at 3. Puro ganyan talaga yung laro natin, no? Talagang balikatan.
Because they know what they're doing. This is one
Yes.
thing also about rotation. It's not something new to the Filipinos. Even guys like, I asked Anton Raga before we began, did you start with 9 ball before you went into rotation? Because my partner here, AJ, didn't go through the rotation route. He went straight to 9 ball, 10 ball.
Yep. Yun talaga yung sikat
Yeah.
noon.
Because again, being born in the 90s, you're actually shown you're actually playing what you see on TV.
That's right.
Instead of going through the route that your father went through before. I'm sure your father, George Ong, went through the rotation route
Yes, of course.
before coming over to the 9 ball, 10 ball route.
Tama. So, eto na nga. We are tied at 3. At syempre, papasalamatan natin ang ating sponsors, Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aqua-V, Mudcakes by V, V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Teadista and Llamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layered Tips, Billiard Planet, Hard Times, and Ropa Commercial.
And we do have our break coming up, brought to us by Ropa Commercial, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, and Hard Time Sports Bar on Timog Avenue. Opening today. It's opened as we speak. So for those of you in the area, or for those of you looking to do something on a Friday afternoon, Friday night, head on over to Hard Times along Timog Avenue. And finally, something down on the break here for Levan Corteza. He makes the 7 ball,
And the one is seen.
but a lot of clusters have formed.
Mhm.
2 ball has probably goes into the side pocket, but the 3 ball definitely doesn't go anywhere.
Yes. The 3 is beside the 11 ball.
Yeah.
Nanonood ng aking best friend, si Vince Villarosa. Shout out sa'yo. Meron siyang safe to say counter.
Oh my goodness. See, you're that famous. People actually wait
What?
for you to mess things up.
Mess things up.
So Levan Corteza did not get to the spot he wanted to for the 2. He's going to have to play a very tough cut into the side pocket. And he's also got to contend with the 14 ball and the 6 ball at the same time. So this is going to be a tough shot. He can play safe on this. Went for the combination with the 4 ball, though. And played a double purpose shot. Although it appears that the 2 ball
Is partly seen.
is peeped out. At least the shoulder of the 2 ball is being seen. Yeah, we are tied at 3. This is rack number 7 in our race to 5. Look at the way Jeffrey Ignacio just put the spin on that ball. However, the speed control was not optimal. Levan Corteza does have an open offensive shot here on this 2.
Well, he could hide dito sa mga pile of balls dito na
Yeah.
magkakadikit.
Looks like he may be cutting. Let's see if he does this. Or, yeah, play safe, as you said, AJ. And park it right behind that group.
There you go. Siyempre, bawal dito ang jump.
No
Bawal
jump,
din daw yung
no masse.
Masse.
They're going to have to kick. That's why it's beneficial. I think that's why Filipinos, you see that 3-rail kick, Filipinos learn to be good kick shot artists because of the way they start in rotation. And you would notice some of the Filipino players who are good with the jump shots actually got their first exposure through 9 ball.
Yeah.
Levan Corteza is going to play another safety shot here. This match has been highly entertaining because of its tactical value.
And shout out kay Abel de la Peña. Kahit baliktad yung pangalan mo, hirap na hirap akong basahin.
Good control there by the Cobra. Look at the way he's going to land behind the 9.
Nicely
How about
done.
that?
Nicely done.
These are quality defensive plays that we're seeing. And Eric Salud is going to have to show Levan Corteza what it looks like if it's respotted.
So pwede pala yung
Yeah, you
ganun
can
eh,
do
no?
that. Because you're going to decide whether you want it respotted or not. And Levan Corteza says, all right, let's do it. Let's respot the ball. And here comes Jeffrey Ignacio. And in the absence of a ball to put there, he has Eric is using the spare cue ball that we have. So Jeff does see the 2 ball. This should be an easy pot for him. But getting to the 3 ball, I'm telling you, the 3 ball's not going anywhere. That 3 ball is parked right behind the 11. Is it addressed? Oh my goodness, what a
Nicely
shot.
done.
However, a new problem has
The
developed.
5.
Yeah, the 5 ball now.
So this is going to be a mega draw to the 5.
It can be because of the way he's positioned right now. But it has to be a precise one because you don't want to lose control of the cue ball to get to the 4 ball. Another legend has just came up here and joined us at the balcony, Francisco Bustamante. Still here. There's your draw shot, but does not come into contact with the 5, so he's going to have to get this from the 4. Oh, wow. He hit it, though, but didn't really free it up.
So he's going to play safe here.
Well, let's see if he can see enough of this 5 to actually make contact. He can probably go 1 rail hide behind the 13.
Tatak Pinoy na laro daw, sabi
Yes.
ni JR
I agree.
Alberio.
I agree. I don't really see other countries playing rotation as much as
Pero
Filipinos do.
Sa US ata meron silang own version of
Yeah.
rotation.
I think they call it straight pool.
Ayun, yun nga.
But again, here, I mean, Francisco Bustamante said this earlier. This is actually one of the American variants of this game. It's just that the Philippines took to it so easily. So you can see that the safety was played not behind the 13 but behind the 14. There's a one-rail kick available now for Levan Corteza.
At ito shoutout kay Jonathan Ocarol and Rada JJ from Cebu. So nice safety dito. At sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ito pong ginagamit naming bola ay hatid sa atin ng Ropo commercial.
Yeah.
Itong Predator Arcus 2.
That's a foul shot now on the 5. It can be respotted, can be shot from there, but Levan Corteza opts to have it respotted. Still a low-scoring rack that we're having here. 9 points for Jeffrey Ignacio and 8 for Levan Corteza. Nobody's really getting to the big ones yet. There have not been any opportunities to play combinations for the bigger balls. No problem there for Levan Corteza. And, well, he's in between shots here for the 6. Thankfully for him, the 8 ball can be seen easily. No problem.
So yung problema lang niya dito is yung queuing niya. Kasi he'll be queuing over this. Ano ba
It's at the
ball
14.
Green
It's a
stripe, the
14,
14 ball. So kung meron siyang magagamit na extension or mukhang kaya naman niya ata.
Yeah, this guy's pretty
abutin
tall.
to.
Yeah, this guy's pretty tall.
Needs to be careful though.
Yeah, he's about 5'8", 5'9". Plays it with follow and lands perfectly on the 9.
That's right.
Now up to 27 points. Trying to get on the hill first.
From Edward Hoffman, only other place I have seen rotation streamed is from Russia.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that because one of the favorite card variants of the Filipinos called Pusoy is actually called Russian poker.
Ayun.
So despite the fact that this is an American game, there have been some Russian influences as well. But rotation is like, the Filipinos did not invent this, but this is really such a Filipino game. Same with Pusoy. So this to put him at 46. Levan Corteza tries to power it back for the 11 ball. It's not going to work though.
Yeah. So safety na naman to.
Yeah, and he is so close. He's at 46 right now, 2 balls away.
Well, he can kick at this or just thin the 11.
Yeah, the kick actually is a good option, but if he can thin the 11 behind the 15 and send the cue ball down, that's going to give Jeffrey Ignacio a pretty tough shot. So
there you go.
is he going to even try to use the 12 as the
behind
cover
the 12?
ball?
Wow!
Amazing
Look
shot.
at that. Yun ang tinitingnan ko kanina eh, na
My
posibleng dun pa pwede
This is so
pumunta.
inspiring. I mean, for us amateur players to actually see this happening in front of us. The kind of thinking
Well,
that they
actually,
have to
kung
go
ako,
through.
baka distansya na lang gagamitin
I
ko
would
dun
just
eh.
thin it right behind the 15 and just put
Yeah.
the cue ball somewhere down there. It
Yun
still
na nga.
achieves the same purpose anyway. But look at this shot. I
Very
mean,
nice shot. What a perfect shot from Levan Corteza.
yeah, it looks like Jeff's going to have to go 2 rails. And the third rail might even scratch him, so he has to be careful. Or the second rail might even scratch him. There it is. Avoided the scratch, though. And sells out the 11.
on
This
the
is the
side.
game ball. This is the game ball now no, 2 balls away. Levan Corteza is 2 balls away. $12 ball is near the corner pocket, and this should be no problem.
For the lead.
For the hill.
For the hill. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Levan Corteza. There we have it. It's 4-3 in favor of Levan Corteza. So, ayan na nga. So,
He will be breaking for the match.
tanong
And,
dito kung hil-hil. Oh, diba?
you know, it'll be very entertaining if that happens. Although up next is probably the one that everybody wants to see. Some people are
Yes.
staying up to see this guy.
That's right.
Efren, the magician Reyes. He's very much alive. He's in the building. He was having coffee right behind us.
That's right.
And he'll be going up against one of the young guns, the 31-year-old from Antipolo City, Jericho Banyares.
Ang panday.
Yeah.
Ayan. And syempre, habang inaasikaso ni Architect Eric Salud itong rack na ito, syempre maraming salamat sa Bugsy Promotions, Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Billy's Resort in Oslo, Cebu, Aquavi, Mudcakes by V Lugaw, ang lugaw ng Cubao, kay Karex Kayanong ng Target on Air sa DZME 1530 kHz, Bounce Apparel, Music Avenue, Vehement, all about the process, Lulu's Apple Pie since 2000, Dehadista and Yamadista Sports Bar in Quezon City, Outsville, Magic Chalk, JB Cases, Thoroughbred Layered Tips, Billiard Planet, Hard Times, and Ropa Commercial.
And Puyat Sports
Yes,
as well
yun.
for supporting this effort. Now, we just had a Zimatarsi sighting
Where?
downstairs. Your father is in the
Namatahan
building.
mo pa yun, ha?
Yeah. We have a Zimatarsi sighting somewhere down there.
Zimatars.
A brand new, and you can just, we also just saw Efren Reyes walk into one of our camera shots. So he is there. He's watching with our Sharks downstairs. I mean, what an honor would that be, right?
That's right.
You're one of the amateurs playing in our nightly ring games, and then you're sitting right next to one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, and having a conversation with him. This break is brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Time Sports Bar. The 1 rimmed out, the 3 looks promising, but it doesn't drop.
Yep.
And Jeffrey Ignacio is going to open with a 1-3 combination.
So ito na nga yung sinasabi ko
Yeah.
sa'yo, baka mag-hill-hill
Yeah.
pa tayo dito.
In what seems to be an open table, because what Jeffrey needs to do is just control the 1 ball, make sure it doesn't go in so he can get position to get to the 2.
Another thing's for sure, we have an open door.
Yeah,
right
it's true.
now.
Yeah, our alarm is just going off like crazy. Now he's a little off on this one. He can still make this, but the cue ball is going to travel a lot. Might even hit some balls going down to the 2. Didn't want this much of an angle on the 1. I mean, he hit it with the right speed. It's just that the contact point of the 1 to the 3 just altered the way it landed on the pocket. Yeah, so Jeffrey's now studying this. Does he run into the 12? Does he put a little bit more on this to run into the 12 on purpose so he can still get a good landing spot on the 2?
Yeah. So itong 1 to the 2.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit the 12 on purpose. Oh, if you go
Goes
behind the 12,
past the 12.
Well, now he's going to have to hit this rail first.
Yeah. Meron pa naman siguro to, no?
Yeah. Well, just to think about it, if he played it with more speed, then he might have had a straight in for the 2.
Yeah. Yun, pwede yun. Kaso nga lang, diretso siya sa 2.
Yeah. So he really wanted to hit that 12 ball. Didn't happen. Yeah, he's looking at rail first now. He has no other option at this point. And he needs to survive. He needs to stay at this table, because if he hands the table back to Levan Corteza the way it sits, and this is actually something that he can put away. Now, by making that 2 with the rail first action, also frees up the 4 and may have opened up the table. He can just play some stop action here to get to the 5 at the side. And go up table again for the 6. And leave himself an angle to go around 2, probably 3 rails to get to the 7. Didn't use the stop action, used 1 rail. And he's going to have the angle that he wants on the 6. So from the 6 ball now, this is going to be a really tap-in shot.
6 to the 7. Ito na ngayon.
Probably go 3 or even 4 rails around.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3
or 4. Yeah, 3 or 4. Maybe 3. 3 is the perfect one.
Yung pang-apat, medyo lalapit na yun.
Yeah, and you may have to take it on the other pocket, but he missed the 6 though.
Missed the 6.
He was trying to hit. Yeah, that was it.
And
3
it will
rails.
sell out.
Yeah. Would have been perfect on the 7 too.
Yeah, that's right.
There's going to be a sellout for Levan Corteza. Now he just needs to make sure that he has a good angle to get to the 7 ball. Plays a drop in.
Yeah, with a lot of inside to hold position for the 7.
Yeah, and this is pretty much an open layout now for him. So he does have 5 points now across his name, Levan Corteza. Was it 6 points across his name? Oh, Levan left the 7. That's the second time that's happened to him.
Yeah.
And he's got, Jeffrey Ignacio's got a rail first here. Wow.
Yeah, he was shocked. Look at this. Look at his reaction right here.
He's turned pale.
Di siya makapaniwala dun.
There's the 7 ball deposited.
Score si Vann. Score ni Vann, but 0. Vann 6, ano kayo?
Now up to 30.
6 na si Vann 6. 30, Jeff Ignacio, 30. 30, Ignacio.
Jeffrey Ignacio now up to 30. Now up to 39. Yeah, so Levan Corteza actually does have 6 points already across his name. There you go. Score's been corrected now. 39, Jeffrey Ignacio. And looks like we're headed for a hill match. Tactical battle. That puts him up to 60. That's it.
Bigla daw naging mestizo si Levan.
That's true.
And from Jaynard Orque, sabi niya, the 7 ball skidded.
Yeah.
So nag-skid nga, no? So yun na nga. We are treated with a hill match here.
Yeah, and Jaynard Orque would have the best insight on this table as well because he is a 2-time Sharks champion.
That's right.
And those little nuances about, you hitting it at the right speed, and if you do overdo it, the speed changes and it skids the ball. That's something that the pros don't know about this table. And it's the guys who play here every night who sort of know the nuances of this table. So you are right, AJ Ong. We are treated now to a hill match. And everybody waiting for the matchup between Efren the Magician Reyes and Jericho Banyares will now have to wait until the end of rack number 9. We are going the distance.
The distance it is.
And Jeffrey Ignacio will be breaking for a spot in the semifinals where Anton Raga is waiting for him. Anton Raga, of course, defeated Django Bustamante earlier, the score of 5-3. And here is Jericho Banyares back here with us right now. You have to clap for Jericho whenever he makes a ball.
Mamaya, papalakpak tayo dyan.
And if AJ Ong says safe to say to Jericho Banyares, he'll owe him 2 championships now. Yeah, of course, this is Noel Zarate doing the English commentary straight up. AJ Ong is doing the vernacular version. It's not every day that you get a dual broadcast.
Yeah.
with the same panel talking about the same matchup together. And architect Eric Salud, who is our referee, very meticulous in his racking, and says, "Excuse me, it moved." I think we should have Jaynard Orke over and just to give some tips, Eric, on how he does it so quickly.
So ito, balik tayo sa mga Sharkanatics natin.
Yeah.
The watching from New Zealand Pool Association, si Elaine Villasis. And sino pa nang papa-shoutout dito? Jamer Villanueva at Eson Surigao.
No, the guys from Surigao obviously pulling for this guy who's breaking for the match. The Cobra, Jeffrey Ignacio. This break brought to us by Origin Carbon Fiber Shafts, Ropa Commercial, and Hard Times Sports Bar opening today. Dry break.
Still nothing.
And the one ball is partially seen, might even have enough to be potted by Levan Corteza. And if that's so, there appears to be no problems with the layout. Ooh, but that is the problem.
Foul. Kala niya siguro
Yeah,
pwede, no?
yeah, there's an option now here for Jeffrey Ignacio to leave it as it is. That's why he's asking for what it looks like if he returns it to the spot.
So, pinaspot na nga.
Mm-hmm.
So, ano ba talaga?
What do you want?
Buti hindi pa
Yeah.
niya hinahawakan.
Yeah, our referee, Eric Salud, almost touched the one ball. And Jeff said, just leave it right there. I can cut this. This is coming off a foul. Yeah, Jeff says, all right, what are we doing here?
Okay, so pinarispot na nga.
Nah, yeah, he's now going to respot this. It's an easier out, actually, and you get to control the outcome more because the two ball is already near the corner pocket. And again, looking at the layout, it may seem clumped up to you, but all the balls have their respective pockets. So Jeffrey Ignacio, he has his own destiny in his hands right now. The three ball, as you can see, does pass the six. But the cue ball has to be somewhere where the two ball is right now for that to happen.
Wow,
Or
look at
free
that.
it up.
Uy, bumalik
Oh,
nga lang.
however,
Oh.
yeah, that is unfortunate.
Ganda sana ng pagkatama doon sa sais.
He can attack the 13 ball.
Ayun,
To be honest
pwede.
with you, yeah, he can attack the 13.
He can billiard the 13, no?
Yeah.
Ayun, maraming salamat po kay Colin Vigno. Superb broadcasting and hosting. Shout out naman, sir, kay Chad Sia. And shout out to you, Chad Sia. Admin ng Bacolod Billiard Buy and Sell. Thank you very much. And ito,
yeah.
sorry, ito, si
Go ahead, go
Alan
ahead.
Gutierrez.
ahead.
Nagpapa-shout out kay Lyneth Angela Gutierrez, watching here in Down Under sa Australia.
In Australia. Well, he went for the 13, but also played it as a double-purpose shot, sending the three ball down. Now, Levan Corteza is going to have to kick at this from the side rail.
And the GOAT is here with
Yeah.
us.
Efren Batares on the phone. And
the 10
he,
ball,
yeah.
almost.
Yeah, this is actually a good response from Levan Corteza. Now, there's going to be a kick shot from the bottom rail to the 3. And he actually can make the 3 if the contact is good enough against the 12. Looks like the way he's measuring it, he might actually go to rails. Does go to rails, but he missed it.
Yeah, almost made the 3.
And there's going to be a respot now for Levan Corteza. Unless he says, leave it right there, I can make the 12 ball.
Yun lang.
Yeah? No, he says, no thanks. Let's put the 3 back there. And again, this is now a more open table. for the 40-year-old from Davao City. And I can smell some food being cooked too.
Ayan na naman.
This is too early for this kind of a problem, right?
That's right.
Three
Mamaya na
ball
lang
is down.
siguro yan.
Yeah. 3 ball down. 4 ball goes into the corner pocket, and he actually does have a shot at the 5
Yeah,
past the 12 into the side.
He can draw.
Yeah.
Draw for the 5. May pagka Mr. Freeze din pala, no? Si Levan.
I think Levan, no, but we didn't notice that from him before.
Yun.
Looks like he's changed his approach to the game because it is rotation now. And you're thinking about any possible combination, although this layout right now, combination free, is something that he can manage.
Jaynard Orke, that was my yakisoba. My bad, guys. Nasa baba ba si Jaynard?
Are you here, Jaynard? Yeah, if
Naamoy
you're
ko kung
here,
yakisoba
could
talaga.
you give us some of that yakisoba if you're here? Yeah, this is now something that can actually be managed.
Yeah, this is a clear out.
Are you going to declare it now, Mr. AJ Ong?
The yakisoba, yes. I will declare the yakisoba.
How about this? This remaining layout.
Well, it's safe to say
There you go.
at this point.
We heard the safe to say from AJ Ong himself.
Yeah,
As
the
the
goat is
goat
going
just
down.
passed. Efren Reyes just passed us once again.
Oh, Jaynard Orke is home with my boys.
All right, home. You can send us magoos from there.
Tamang-tama, malapit lang ang magusa dyan.
Yes. Remember, whoever wins will go up against Anton Raga in the semifinals, which happens tomorrow starting 3 p.m. In fact, their match is going to be the first.
Center table.
Now, he's going to be okay with this. He's up now to 25.
So far, Levan is looking good. Everything is online for him.
Everything is clear already. Is the 11 and 13 an issue, though?
Abot ba siya doon?
Right now, that 8 ball just gave him 33.
Abot
Yeah,
ba nga?
he may need that 11.
So it may be a carom shot from that 11 to that orange
No, to the 15.
15.
That's brown, actually.
Brown ba yan?
Yeah, the
Ay,
orange,
yung
the orange
isa.
ball is upstairs. This is
that
coming
was
off as
too
safe to say,
thin.
guys.
That was too thin. That's why I don't want to say it. And you made me say it.
No, I didn't make you say it. I'm asking if you're declaring it. And you said yes. It's safe to
Now
say.
I owe this guy.
Now you owe another guy a championship.
I owe this guy a Vilugaw.
Oh my goodness! And look at
A
the layout.
longganisa.
Look at the layout he's got here. Jeffrey Ignacio at 3 points at the moment. But with the layout that he has, it's now the 11. Now it's crucial. Position on the 11 ball from the 10 is now crucial here.
He
Yep.
left himself with enough angle.
Appears, yeah, he might address this right now. Might send the cue ball to the 13.
Robin Hood Cruz. Ayan na nga. Nagsisilabas na nga. Nako.
Here we go. Here
Ang
we go.
dami na tuloy.
Gets it into the side and goes to the 13 ball and now addresses the problem. And looks like Jeffrey Ignacio might pull off a Houdini here.
Magic na ba to? Well, yung kanina dumaan. Ayan. Yan ang magician. Kita natin sa likod. Yan ang Houdini.
It's right there.
The Houdini of the
The
Philippines.
goat is right there behind. The magician is right there in the shadows.
No!
Oh! And with that, miss. Jeffrey
Pinilit talaga
Ignacio,
niya yun.
yeah.
Diretso siya dun eh.
Yeah, Jeffrey Ignacio. I was telling you the 11 was an issue. It became an issue now for Jeffrey Ignacio. And with that miss, Levan Corteza is now 3 away from advancing to the semifinals. He's actually taking his time on this. 11 and 12 have their own pockets. The 13 is also right there. So, wow, Jeffrey Ignacio with 1 miss sealed his fate. Up to 44 now for Levan Corteza.
Bumalik ang kulay ng mukha ng The Slayer.
Up to 56. He's
And
done.
there,
He's done.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. So
Muntikan na. Muntikan na si Van Don.
no, I think he still has to shoot this as a formality. I mean, it's already conceded by, and there it is. That is the formality right there. Levan Corteza advances to the semifinals of the Sharks Rotation Showdown. And look at this. Jeffrey Ignacio is trying the same shot again, this time with Efren as his coach.
Yun na nga. Sarap ng ganyan, no? Makikita mo
Yeah.
ng ganyan. Tinuturuan ka. Sana all.
Well, congratulations to Levan Corteza for advancing to the semifinals of the Sharks Rotation Showdown, where he will be going up against Anton Raga. There's the official score, 5-4 Hill match won by the Slayer over the Cobra. And up next, of course, ladies and gentlemen, he's already made his way to the table. There you see him, the GOAT, the magician, the champ himself, Efren Bata Reyes. He'll be going up against another gentleman in pink right behind him in Jericho Banyares, the Panday. We will have that matchup right here at the Sharks Rotation Showdown when we return.
See you in a few.